You might notice that disagreeing is something that's happening more and more these days. And while normally you might just abstain from expressing opinions that create conflict in your personal and professional life, right now being able to express yourself with someone who has a differing opinion from you is a skill that you need to have to succeed in life and maintain peace within yourself. I have a few suggestions for you so that you can express what you believe while building relationships that are important to you. I want to start with something really foundational. It's important for you to know what you believe. You might have read an article or have a circle of friends that agree with you, but sit down with yourself and think about what's important to you. Prioritize. Sit down with yourself and think about what you believe. Consider various issues and think about what's important to you, and then take a second to prioritize. What would you choose if you had to choose one thing over another? When you enter a conversation, having a foundational belief system will make it a lot easier to disagree and also absorb information from someone else. Secondly, create goals for conversation. Is your goal to create common ground? Are you trying to convince people to do something? If you don't know what your goal is, disagreements will sabotage what you're going for. A good goal is to learn from others, build understanding, build relationships. That way you know when you need to take a turn, when you need to slow the conversation down, or reduce the level of anxiety that's being produced by the conversation. Disagreement for the sake of disagreement really doesn't benefit anyone at all. Something to consider as you guide yourself through the process is your personality. Are you disagreeing heavily online when you would not express yourself so clearly or passionately in person? What you don't want is to have a completely separate personality online than what someone would experience in person. It means that you're probably allowing yourself more freedom online, and it's better to have those guidelines of respect and consideration when you're choosing to disagree. One way to keep yourself on track when you are in a disagreement is that if you don't want to hear anything back when you're expressing yourself, if you don't want to hear the other side of the situation, then this is probably not a conversation that you even need to be in. You don't want to be in an echo chamber. You don't want to see that other person as a cardboard cutout for your disagreement. You are in conversation with a human being. An important goal is to create understanding and at the very least allow that person to express themselves without you judging them. I just want to leave you with one tactical tip now that you've laid the foundation and you've centered yourself, and that is to start by asking, not telling. Disagreements are often predicated on misunderstanding. So find a way to figure out what it is that that other person is thinking, feeling, and believing, and then align it with what you believe. Maybe there's some fundamental differences that you'll never overcome. But if you start by asking people questions, or maybe ask a question within a scale, like how important is that to you? Or how would you rank this issue over this issue? Then you'll get somewhere and you might actually have a chance to influence someone. I think that disagreements are important. I don't believe that everyone should think the same way. That is one exciting thing about being humans on this planet together. But in this moment when disagreements are common and emotions are heightened, take time to make sure you understand what you believe, that you have grounded yourself in the right motivations, and that you make space for other people to express themselves as well. If you do these things, you'll find that you have influence in conversation rather than separation.